Sober Girls Yoga by the Mindful Life Practice.
Okay, perfect. So come to your seated cross-legged shape on your mat and place the palms face up if you want to create an intention of openness, or face down if you want an intention of groundedness. And just close the eyes and connect to the breath. Take deep inhales and exhales. And as you breathe in and out, do a little scan of your body, scan of your mind. Notice what's going on inside of you today. It's a quote that I love, that your mind is the sky holding the weather. And the weather is just passing through and we're just anchoring to the moment, constantly coming back to the moment. So what's the weather like inside your mind today? Decide what you're here to receive from this practice, and it could be literally an hour of laying still, and that's just yoga. Your presence, your intention, that is all yoga. Let's take a big breath in. We're going to reach our arms up towards the sky. And then interlace the palms, reach them up towards the sky, stretch over to the right. Good. Reach your arms all the way up, stretch over to the left. Lift all the way up and release the grip, and then land the left palm. Reach the right fingertips behind you. And then breathe both arms up towards the sky. And we're going to pivot the opposite way, landing the right palm, landing the left palm, gazing over the left shoulder. And then lift both arms up towards the sky. Let's open our arms into cactus. Take the right arm underneath the left, and you can high five the hands and just do some circles with the elbows. My favorite thing is to teach yoga in the morning in this room. I love it so much because there's such beautiful greenery around me and lighting. Let's do one more. And then we're going to unwind our arms and cross the opposite way. So left arm underneath the right. And then you can just do some spirals here. And then come all the way into neutral. Let's unwind our arms. Come onto the hands and the knees.
And spread through the fingers, spread through the palms, tuck the toes. Lift up and back to your down dog. Leave your left foot where it is. Lift your right leg up. Circle through the right knee. Let's extend the right leg all the way up towards the sky and then draw the knee in, come into a core plank. Lift it all the way up and back. Take your right knee to tap your right elbow and then lift it all the way back. Take your right knee to tap your left elbow across the body. Good, lift it back. Step the right foot between the palms. Rock forward and back. And then let's come into a neutral and just land your left knee onto the mat so you come into a low lunge. Let's interlace our palms, press them down on the thigh, and just expand the heart. And then lift both arms up towards the sky. Flow with your breath. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. On your exhale, reach your arms back, reach your heart forward. Let's just do a couple more like this. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more. And then a last one. Lift the arms up. Take the arms forward. And then lift both arms up towards the sky. Let's reach the arms forward. Leave your left arm where it is. Pull your right arm all the way back like you're pulling back a bow and arrow. And then reach your left arm forward. Plant your left palm on the inside of the left foot. And let's just do some circles and spirals with the right arm. Just maybe 3 more. 2 more. And then a last one, lift it all the way up. Take the palm on the sacrum. Maybe you kick the foot back. Gaze over the right shoulder. And then if we have the foot, let's just release it. Take the right palm forward. Walk the fingertips back. Stay for 1 more breath. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. And now see how it would feel to just walk your hands all the way to the center of the mat. Let your head go, grip opposite elbows. Just let your whole body dangle. Let your blood flow to your brain. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Walk the hands all the way forward now. Tuck your left toes. Step your right foot back. Find your plank. You might leave your knees lifted or lower them, your choice. Move your body through your vinyasa flow. So lower down. Open up through your heart. Come all the way up and back to your down dog. And then let's go the opposite way. So leave your right foot, lift your left leg up. Do some circles with your left knee. Take your left leg all the way up and back and then just draw your left knee in. Step the foot between the palms. Good. Rock forward and back. And then eventually land your right knee. Come all the way up. Interlace the palms on the thigh. Take your arms up towards the sky. Move with your breath, inhale. Exhale, hinge the arms back. Reach the heart forward. Just do a few more. This is one of my favorite artists ever, Trevor Hall. Just do two more. Last one. Lift your arms up. Take the arms forward, leave your right palm where it is, peel your left arm back so you come into a little bit of a twist. Take your right palm forward, land the right palm to the inside of the left foot, and now do some big circles with your left arm. Two more. Good, last one. Take your arm all the way up. Land the palm on the sacrum, maybe you kick the foot back, take it into a twist for 3, for 2. Good, last one. Release the right foot, take your left palm forward, walk your fingertips back, lengthen over your left leg. Good, take one more breath. And then let's walk our hands forward now, tuck our right toes, lift our right knee, and just come all the way through center. Let your body dangle in this wide-legged forward fold. From this shape, place the palms of the hands on the hips, lift all the way up to stand. Turn your right toes towards, for me, my right toes are at the back of my mat. But what is even really the front and the back? I don't know. Turn your toes out so that you find yourself in a warrior two. And just have your right arm forward, your left arm back, gaze over the right fingertips. From this shape, let's move with the breath. Inhale, reverse. And then just exhale, land your right elbow onto your right thigh, lift your left arm up. Do a few more like this. Breath in, breath out. 2 more. Last one, inhale, reverse. Land your right elbow onto your right thigh. Now potentially land your right fingertips down towards the mat. Maybe you come into a bind if that's part of your practice. And then press through both feet. Let's lift all the way up. Lengthen the right leg, reach your right arm forward. Clock the right arm alongside the right calf, lift your left arm up. And then maybe you shift weight onto your right foot, right fingertips. Arrive in your half moon. It's okay if you fall. Hanging out there for 3, for 2. And on 1, you're gonna bend the right knee, take a big step back with your left foot. Lengthen through your right leg, and this time you're gonna turn your toes in, and now bring your heels in, your toes out, and bend through the knees and just come into what's called a goddess squat. And you can connect your fingertips, so your pointer finger towards your thumb. Good, and hang out there for a couple of breaths. Now, a lot of you have your cameras off today, which is totally cool, but I just can't actually see what you're doing to give you any feedback, which is totally fine, no worries. I feel like we lost someone. I think we had 6 people at the beginning. Yeah, we only had 5. I can't remember. Anyway. It's all good. I love your Mindful Life sweater, Darlene. It's so nice. Okay, let's come into a, so we're just gonna lengthen our bodies all the way back up out of that squat. Turn our left toes now to the front of the mat and bend through the left knee. And then move through a few flows like this. So inhale, reverse. And then exhale your elbow to your thigh. And then do a few more like this. Just see if you can do 2 more. And then a last one, and then just decide what you want to do once you land with your elbow on your thigh. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach the palm towards the mat. Perhaps you come into a bind. Just stay for 3, for 2. And then on 1, press through both feet. Let's lift all the way up. Lengthen through your left leg, shorten the stance. Reach your left arm forward. Take your left arm alongside your left calf. Reach your right arm up. This song is by Trevor Hall. And I was a fan of one Trevor Hall song for a long time. I didn't really know who he was as an artist. And then I actually heard this song for the first time last January. It was on the background of a reel on Instagram. Let's shift weight onto our left foot, left fingertips. Come up to a half moon if you want to. So I'm a huge fan of this Instagrammer called Yoga Girl. Her name is Rachel Brathen, and she lived in Aruba for a long time with her husband, who was a surfer. And now she lives in Sweden because she's Swedish. But anyway, I've followed her for like 10 years on Instagram. You know when someone just like becomes part of your life even though you don't know them? Let's step our right foot up to meet our left. Just come into your mountain moment. Take an inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky, look up. And then just exhale, fold your body forward. You can bend the knees a lot, just let your body dangle. So, anyway, I've been following her for like 10 years, and she posted this reel of her and her husband before they were married, when he was her boyfriend. And he was like helping her do this yoga pose, like this pose assist. And I saw this reel and I was like, this is what I want to manifest. Like in my love life, I want her husband. Not him specifically, but someone very similar. And so whenever I hear this song, I think of that reel, and I actually screenshotted it and I made it my phone background. And it was so weird because people would always be like, who's that guy?
in your phone background, and I would be like, oh, just a stranger I don't know that I'm stalking on Instagram. But that's the power of stories, right? We hear other people's stories and we get inspired by them and moved by them, and they help us picture like what we want in our lives, what we dream of. Now let's stay here for about 5 more breaths. And then we're going to wiggle our feet wide, take our toes out, our heels in, just bend through the knees. Come into a squat, take your palms into your heart center. Just stay here for a few breaths. And then just slowly lower your bottom down. So if you have a yoga block or a book, what we're gonna do now is press through the feet. Lift the hips up, slide this block underneath the sacrum. Place the palms on the belly. Let's stay in this bridge pose for about 5 more breaths.
And then just lift up off the block and then lower your hips down. And we'll do one more heart opening pose. So we're gonna take this block and place it underneath the shoulder blades and then just lower the heart down. Rest the back of the head, let your palms be face up. Let's stay here for a few more breaths. And just lift off the block and slide it to the side. Grab hold of your yoga strap. And what you're gonna do with your strap or whatever you have, t-shirt, piece of clothing, you're gonna hook it around your right foot and extend your left leg. Let's stay there for one more round of breath. And then release the right leg and just hook the strap around your left foot. Lengthen your left leg up towards the sky. Good. Take one more round of breath where you are. And then release the strap and just bring the soles of feet together. You can place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And as you land in stillness, allow the body to find the middle, the mind to find the moment. The body to step into the middle, the mind to step into the moment. And I want to share a poem with you that I just feel called to share. This is by Laura McCowan. You could be soft instead. You could be patient instead. You could see that you are doing it. The latch in the door that won't close could be something you now fix. A sign of your attention and willingness to mend instead of more evidence of your failings. You could be sweet instead. With all the missteps and the falls, you might kiss the bruise on your knee or tend to the scar on your arm with a bit of balm and soft touch instead of hating it for the way it does its job. You might see that these scars make you interesting, that you quite like the scars on others, because they tell stories without needing to speak. You could be firm instead. When you want to slip into ease, instead of doing the difficult work that might change you, instead of shattering the comfort that constrains you. You could move just a little in the direction of your freedom, knowing the resistance is only serving to build your bones. You could be soft instead, the way you would with your baby girl, or the feather that stuck to your pants, or the tide that hasn't yet come in because you trust it will come as it always has every day around 2. As long as you stand there waiting for the water to kiss your feet, it will greet you. It greets you every time you show up to the shore. You could be kind instead. You could love yourself into a new way of being, since there never seems to be enough hate or blame or shame or punishment to get the job done anyway. You could run towards the world you want instead of escaping the one that you don't. Even as your eyes are blind, even though you cannot yet see or feel or touch. What is waiting for you there? When you're ready to move, just wiggle through your fingers and wiggle through your toes. Take a nice big stretch from your fingers all the way through your toes. And you could take your knees into your chest, give your body a soft little hug, and just acknowledge the fact that you're here. You've shown up, you've made this a priority. Thank yourself for that. And then slowly come all the way up to seated. Take your palms into your heart center. No rush to get there. We're going to finish with a breath in for Trisha, who's joining us from the States. Take a breath in. For Darlene, also in the States. Take a breath in for Maud on her remote island near Quebec. Take a breath in for Allison, who's also in the States. And then a breath in for me all the way in Bali. Closing with our intention, the ancient and original intention, passed from heart to heart year after year. And it's that our practice remain a study and our efforts remain continuous, and that our yoga helps and heals, and it serves and it benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. May the thoughts and the actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So let's just finish with an Om sound, and we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and make an Om. So take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Really grateful to share the space and the practice with you today. The light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you, everyone.